Are you thinking about making some changes in 2023? Me too. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Lewis, your educator agent with eXp Realty, and today I am bringing you into the changes that I am making in my real estate business in 2023. Now friends, y'all have been rocking here with me on YouTube for quite a while, and I'm just so happy that you're here. Like when you share the video, when you like, when you comment, it is everything. So make sure that you give this one a thumbs up and that you comment if it resonates with you. Now, what you might not know is that I actually get to host a podcast called Real Estate Bestie. And on Real Estate Bestie, listen, it's very conversational and we get to spill all the tea. And recently I did an episode sharing changes I am making in my business. And I thought, you know what? My peeps over on YouTube need to hear this too. Now, if you haven't already checked out Real Estate Bestie, go ahead and check it out because I go a little bit more in depth there. But here we are to the 10 changes that I'm making. As I get into these changes, I have to be transparent and tell you, all of them aren't really changes, more or less that I am doubling down on these habits and activities that I may have gotten laxed on. Now, I know everyone wants to pretend that they are at 100% all the time. And I will be the first to tell you that over the past 2 years, especially with how fast the market was progressing, I was not as intentional with a lot of my habits as I normally would be or needed to be because the market was just moving so fast. Well, now that we are back to a normal market, I understand that what I did previously, I'm probably going to have to do double the work to get the same results. And I've said this before, I don't want the same results. I want even better results. So I had a whole come to Jesus talk with myself about, okay, Rosemary, what are the things that you need to double down on and or change in order to have a successful business? And I'm gonna run through that list with you right now. Y'all, I have to completely tighten up my night routine and my morning routine. Now, this is probably the biggest thing that I am focused on. As a matter of fact, next week, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of a night routine because I don't think enough people talk about it. But I am really going to hold myself accountable to make sure that I'm going to bed at night, that I'm shutting down, that I'm thinking, I'm logging off social so that I can get up early enough in the morning to have a meaningful morning, which will lead to a meaningful day. So I'm definitely tightening up in those areas. And I know this is going to set me up for success and it'll set you up for success too. I am making sure to identify and define my ideal day. Now, unfortunately, with real estate agents, a lot of times we just go with the wind. Gone with the wind, fabulous. But when you just go with the wind, guess what? The wind will pass you and so will those commissions. So I am taking the time to really identify, okay, Rosemary, what does your ideal day for productivity look like? And I'm sticking to that. Now you can hop on over to rosemarylewis.com/ideal day because I have a template there for you and you get to get a peek at the way I would plan my ideal day. But I'm definitely doubling down on that. And then here's a bonus with the ideal day. I'm also planning ahead for contingency days because ideal days happen during ideal situations. But what are some rhythms? What are some things that happen in our life that you know it happens sometimes, like if your child is out of school or if you have a house guest or if you have a closing midday? How does that alter your schedule? I don't want it to just, again, be a surprise. I want to plan for those contingencies, and I'm going to encourage you to use that template that I give you to plan for those type of days too. When it comes to planning and looking at my numbers, I am really focusing on the number of real estate conversations that I'm having. So not just focusing on how many calls or how many closings or looking at those broad numbers, but the goal is to really up the number of real estate conversations because I know that the real estate conversations that I'm having is what will ultimately lead to serious buyers and sellers, and I will be able to get them to the closing table. So tracking those conversations and having a conversation goal per day is where I'm focused for 2023. Number 4, Y'all, I'm taking it all the way back to when I first started in the business, and I am back to role playing different situations, role playing with my team, role playing the way I want conversations to go, so that in this complex market where a lot of our clients are going to start off more in a nurture phase, I want to know exactly when they ask these complex questions, I don't want to be stuck. I want to be able to have resources and answers for them. So literally on my schedule, and it hasn't been on my schedule for a few years, on my schedule, I have dedicated time where I am role playing different scenarios so that I can become tighter as a professional, and I can help my team who I lead to become tighter and able to share knowledge with our clients. Here's a big one. And I have been doing this, but I'm getting even more focused, is making sure that I have at least 5 minutes scheduled in my day every single day to study the recent market activity of what's happening around me. I want to know what new listings are coming to market, what's happening with interest rates, what are the lenders seeing, what are the builders doing. So spending time, again, in my schedule every single day where I am updating myself on market knowledge, because y'all, gone are the days, like what happened 6 months ago is no longer relevant in today's market. And what's happening today may not be relevant 6 months from now. So we need to spend time every single day. And then that way, when we are in front of sellers and having conversations about our pricing, and when we are in front of buyers, just talking about what it looks like to purchase, we're giving them real-time information, because if the market has shown us anything recently is that it changes like the weather sometimes. So absolutely, y'all, when you're planning your ideal day, put in time where you are studying market, you're talking to builders, you're talking to lenders, you're looking to see what price reductions are in the area, how many homes are coming to market, and make sure that you are keeping up with national news and things that will affect the real estate market so that you can start to future forecast as well. Y'all, I am creating more connection points with people in my sphere, the professional community, even my neighbors. And this is what I mean by that. Every single week on my schedule, I need to be having lunch with somebody, meeting somebody for coffee, going for a walk, showing up at one of my kids' events where I can connect and meet new people, because you are as great as your circle of influence, right? So this year and beyond, I am really focused on expanding that circle so that I have more people in my circle that I'm going to be able to provide value for as a real estate agent. Speaking of those connection points, make sure that you're solidifying yourself as the real estate expert in those connections. Now, I'm not telling you to beat everyone over the head and say, hey, do you know anyone who wants to buy or sell? But you best believe that in my family, in my friend groups, in my group text messages, if there's anything real estate related, I am the one letting them know. I'm letting them know when, the rate changes are happening. I'm letting them know when there are new lending programs. I'm letting them know about their market value so that I stay top of mind. Do not be a secret agent in your own sphere. That is absolutely ridiculous. And it's more than just asking for business, but continue to solidify yourself as an expert in offering value. Offer home equity reports. Offer to share with someone. Can I present at your school? Can I do career day? Can I tell your office about the importance of buying, selling, saving, whatever that looks like? Make sure that you are the expert within your own sphere. Y'all, your girl is back to writing handwritten cards. Now, I really have to give credit to this to actually one of my team members, because I just told them, it was around Thanksgiving. I was like, you know what? For Thanksgiving, I think that we should just start writing handwritten cards to our clients, just letting them know how grateful we are that they have done business with us. And one of my team members, y'all, sent me a card. And even though it was, it's not a rocket science idea, but even though it's something old school, it was one of my ideas. When I got that card in the mail from her and she was just expressing her gratitude for me being her team leader and everything that she learned in 2022, like a little tear legit started to roll down my eye. And I started to think to myself, where are the opportunities for me to send cards like that, right? Can I send them to neighbors? Can I send them to my friends? Can I send them to those that I work with, or even agents that I've done deals with in the past? And I know this is not anything new, But really, how many of us are taking the time to write out a note of gratitude to someone? So again, every single day, I am committed to whipping out my note cards and writing a note to someone just to say, you know what, this is what you mean to me, or you ran across my mind. And I guarantee you that that will come back. Not because I'm writing it only looking for deals, but I'm making sure to go out of my way to let people know exactly how much I appreciate them, and you reap what you sow. So y'all get out and start writing note cards again. I am committed to stepping it up for my sphere. So what do I mean about that? Listen, if you are doing life with me, it is my goal every day to provide value for you outside of real estate. And I encourage you to do that for the same for your clients. So what do I mean by that? Do you have a friend whose child is struggling in math, but you know a math tutor? Do you have the ability to find out about local events that are going on and you can share to your people from church that just relocated? Or can you offer the ladies in your neighborhood a night out to come over to your house and y'all have like a wind down Wednesday or muffins and mimosas just to kind of kick back and relax because, you know, momming and wifing is so hard. Whatever that looks like, y'all, I am trying to think of ways outside of the box to really step it up for the people in my sphere of influence. And why am I doing this? Okay, first of all, you just want to do it to be a solid person, because the more good that we put out, the more good that it comes up in the world. But also from a business perspective, we all do business with people that we know, that we like, and that we trust. So by stepping it up for your sphere and just showing them that, you know what, you are just a really good, solid person, they're going to get to know you. They're going to get to like you. They're going to get to trust you. And that is going to turn into referrals and a solid business for you in 2023 and beyond. Now, if you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, listen, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but that's okay. Go ahead and subscribe. And while we are at it, make sure that you check out the Real Estate Bestie podcast. It is available on all podcast platforms. And I cannot wait to see you next week.